We're here with Roger Bernard from Informa Economics at the Range Beef Cow Symposium. Roger, can you tell us a little bit about what you spoke about today earlier?
Well, what I talk to folks about is what goes on, or actually what's not been going on in Washington, D.C. of late, relative to the possibilities for a new farm bill, how some trade policies are unfolding, a general look at the U.S. economy, and a few other key issues that U.S. cattlemen and cow-calf producers in particular probably need to be aware of. The country of origin labeling situation, or COOL, has been a real focal point for the U.S. cattle industry in particular. The issue has gone before the World Trade Organization, the WTO. They have ruled that the U.S. did not comply with the WTO rules when they implemented the COOL program. The U.S. then in May published a final rule to change the program. Both Canada and Mexico has said that doesn't quite meet what the WTO really wanted you to do, so they're asking the WTO to take another look. Well, this also now kind of becomes involved with the Farm Bill, because as we look at the possibilities for a brand new Farm Bill here in this country, there's what is called a placeholder in that bill. Sort of a to-be-determined spot relative to country of origin labeling. We may see that Farm Bill include the provision of what's called a North American label, because under the rule that USDA published at the end of May, they would require a package of beef to be labeled at the store saying where the animal was born, where the animal was raised, and where the animal was slaughtered. There could be a provision put in that Farm Bill to allow for that to say North America as opposed to just the U.S., since we've got what most cattlemen agree is a North American beef industry. I think another thing that the U.S. cattle industry is sort of keeping an eye on is this overall U.S. economy that has been growing at a relatively slow pace. I mean, slower than we would expect to see an economy coming out of the kind of recession we had. That's starting to limit what consumers are doing. That also can tend to, or at least has the possibility of limiting their intake of beef. You know, they may want to decide to save their money. So we need to see this economy also going, and we're looking for economic growth to start picking up in 2014, have some more of that what we call organic economic growth. So we get a lot of things that are sort of working together that ideally are going to create a very good climate for the U.S. cattle industry in the months and years ahead.